What's up, comic book fans? And welcome to Comics Icons. Now, JJ, what they call me. And today, we got more Miles Morales Spider-Man. This time with issue number 25. And if you missed the last issue of this dope series, then I'll put up a link at the top of your screen. And I'll put a card at the end of the video as well. But when we left off with this series, Miles Morales was still dealing with his vampire affliction, suffered at the hands of a Varney-possessed Blade during the Blood Hunt event. And we found out that his venom energy was helping to keep the vampirism at bay, but it was also burning away the magic from the spell placed on him by Dr. Strange. And all of this would go on to culminate in his battle against the Vulture, where Miles damn near wiped him off the planet with an epic beatdown. But the issue ended when Miles' mentor, Misty Knight, called in some help for Miles in the form of someone else who had suffered this same affliction, but came out of it intact. And that person was T'Challa, the Black Panther. So if you guys are ready to find out how Black Panther is able to help out the young web slinger with his vampire problem, and believe me, you're gonna want to see this. Yeah, you guys know what time it is. Let's get it. So this issue kicks off exactly where the last one ended, with Miles and the gang joined by the Black Panther in Misty Knight's hideout, where T'Challa explains that he's here to help Miles out, although he acknowledges that this will not be a simple process, as Spidey has powerful forces inside of his body that are combating against one another. His venom energy is essentially being used as an antibody against the vampiric infection, while Dr. Strange's magic, combined with it, is placing an incredible strain on his body. So the first step, according to T'Challa, will be to deal with Miles' energy problem. Although Miles is hesitant, since the last time he used the max power venom blast, he was left barely able to walk. But T'Challa suggests Miles try regulating his power, although Miles' team doesn't think breathing exercises will work either, since they feel that they've gone way past that point, leading T'Challa to try a different approach. A more tactical approach this time. But Miles worries about this approach as well, since he fears losing control again. But Misty agrees with T'Challa and thinks Miles should trust him, so Miles decides to give it a try. But the first thing T'Challa tells him is to clear his mind and focus on that jackhammer that's been clawing at the base of his morality. So Miles reluctantly decides to let go. And just as T'Challa removes his glove, Miles begins to feel the pulse beneath T'Challa's skin. He can even taste it. And then T'Challa cuts himself to test Miles' conviction. But Miles then begins to lose control, and he tries his damnedest to fight it. And he pours every ounce of willpower he has to keep him from biting into T'Challa's flesh. But it's not enough, sending Miles into an animalistic rage, and Miles' team all try to get him to snap out of it. But Miles is quickly too far gone to snap out, causing Black Panther to be forced to have to fight him off. And not fight off a normal Miles, but one that moves even faster with his vampirism. But T'Challa is able and up to the task, as Miles thinks to himself that he's being toyed with just to make him want to feed even more. So as Miles continues to think to himself, now about how great a fighter Black Panther is, he kind of starts to turn on the gas a little bit, causing T'Challa to have to bring this experiment to an end, he says, as he catches Miles and spikes him to the ground. As Miles then realizes that he's used up so much venom energy fighting him that his spider sense didn't even see the setup coming, and that spike snaps him out of his rage. But when he comes to, T'Challa's helping hand is there to pick him up, and he offers apologies. He wanted to test that Miles wasn't too far gone for his help, called it more of a mystic vitals check than a vampire cure. But then he takes Spider-Man over to where he's got some extra boxes that he had brought with, and he tells Miles that he's got a gift for him, revealing a new suit for Miles, calling it his first stage of treatment. But the suit is vibranium woven, with some more science stuff insulated in it that regulate his venom energy. And the suit looks pretty damn dope, honestly. Miles has been getting hooked up a lot by writer Cody Ziegler in this series. But this suit will allow Miles to better control his powers, although the trade-off is that they'll be a little bit less potent. But Miles is fine with the trade-off, because now he can better trust himself. And even admits that He's never been able to hold a venom charge as long as he is now, without getting woozy. Plus the hunger feels faint now. But then we pick up with the Vulture, Adrian Toomes. And if you remember the last time we saw him, he was getting the ass whooping of a lifetime from Spider-Man with his bloodlust. But now he's resuited and now on the hunt for Spider-Man after he had gotten embarrassed in front of his granddaughter, Tiana. He just can't let that slide and go unpunished. So he searches for her using the tracker in Tiana's suit, hoping to find Spider-Man to get his revenge and parade his body through the streets. Back with Miles, though, he thanks Black Panther for his gift. And T'Challa acknowledges Spider-Man's bravery in fighting back against Varda and his forces, and how he still wound up being cursed, which just doesn't sit well with T'Challa. But the vibranium in Miles' new suit will now also keep him protected from most injuries. And it's only most injuries because it had to be thinner to allow Spidey his usual flexibility. Even his web shooters now fire vibranium-laced webs, and now T'Challa challenges to test out Miles' new suit with a venom punch. And when he does it, he recognizes that it feels as if he used hardly any energy at all. But Tiana's like, okay, the drip is cool and all, but what about the actual vampire problem? But T'Challa lets her know that this is only the first step, but he also fears that the actual path to this cure might not be found here in these lands. Which we all know from Blood Hunt that T'Challa had to eat the heart-shaped herb to get cured. And we know them ain't around here in New York. And just as he admits that he is going to have to take Spidey away, Miles' spider sense kicks in, and he uses his sensing ability to see that it's Vulture coming in hot just as he comes crashing through the roof, claiming that he and Spider-Man have unfinished business to handle. And at first, Tiana tells her grandfather how foolish it was to crash into a room full of heroes. But Miles tells them all to stay back. This is his fight. To which Black Panther agrees, stating that this is Miles' trial and he is alone. And as Miles gets ready to battle against one of his OG nemesis and charges up his body with venom energy, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the issue. So what did you guys think about the issue? And how you guys feeling about how much Cody Ziegler has been hooking up Miles? He's got the spider sensing ability now where he can see exactly where the danger is coming from. He's got the venom sword. He's got the venom charge up and now a vibranium suit. Miles is getting pretty OP. But I'm also thinking that T'Challa was about to say that he's going to have to take Miles into Wakanda. And I hope that's the case because I'm sure that that's not going to go over well with T'Challa's people. So that should be some fire storytelling. But I'm really liking this Ziegler run myself, and I think that people are missing out right now on how dope Miles is. But you guys know I want to hear all your thoughts and theories on the issue, and the series as well. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video and this channel, and you'd like to support the channel, then you can do so by stopping by the Comics Icon store and picking up some Comics Icons merchandise, including the background music, heard right here in this video available for download. Or by joining the Iconic Fan Club channel membership. And there'll be a link in the description to join. But with your membership, you'll get loyalty badges, member shoutouts in these videos, and up to 20% off of Comics Icons merchandise from the Comics Icon store. And even a chance to pick a video of your own choosing for me to post. Plus, we've got tiers to the memberships as well, beginning at just 99 cents. Or you guys can donate to the channel with a super thanks. And if you're not able to do any of those, then you can still help out this channel's future tremendously by dropping a like, share, and subscribing to Comics Icons for more icons in the comic book world. But ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I'm out.